This is my entry for this week's DreamSnap, Bella Notte Romance. So for this one, I knew I wanted to do something inspired by Lady and the Tramp's spaghetti dinner date scene, but didn't really know what I wanted to do for the backdrop. So I started with using the new worn brick road pathing. I knew I wanted to use the new Valentine petals and hearts, but wasn't sure if I should add them now, as the butterflies and fireflies get in the way. I liked the forked stone vine, so I added it to the back. Considered the Cupid fountain, but didn't like that it took away my pathing, so I put it in the back for now. Decided to just grab the new hearts and petals and put them off to the side, so I don't forget to add them later. Added the golden bone trophy to the I don't want to forget about it, but I'm not ready to use it pile. Grabbed the romance and roses archway, and added it to the end of the pathing. Grabbed the night tree with lanterns, to consider later. I wasn't sure it matched, but I liked the hanging lanterns. Grabbed the other stone vines, so I could use the mirrored version, or switch to the taller ones if I decided I liked that better. Extending the pathing, adding more arches. Adjusting the vines. Twisting the arches to create a bit of a circular design. Scooting stuff out of the way. Tweaking placements. Filling in the pathing, and adjusting the arches to fit. Trying again with the fountain, but I still don't like that it deletes my flooring. Adding more stone vines. I like how that's looking. Adding the Italian date night table to the middle. I like the small marble fountain, but I wasn't sure where to put it, so it went to the maybe later pile. Adding a couple floating lanterns. Getting a better angle. Trying to figure out what to put in the background, as I really didn't know what I wanted to put back there. Trying the rosy flower bed by the arches. I like that. Adding them behind all of them. Checking how that looks. I like them in the center, but not at the angled part. Doesn't line up right. Getting rid of those. Trying to figure out what I want to add. Nothing's feeling right. I don't mind the red rose vase, though it does look more pink than red. Adding the fox and raccoon sculpture, and a rainbow rose vase behind them. Considered the taller version, but it didn't feel right. I liked the mosaic of friendship and added it by the statues, as I wasn't sure how much room there was going to be in front of the table, since I wanted to do a close-up. Adding some royal blossom columns between the arches. I thought they looked pretty, and I didn't mind the look of the more columns. Trying the elegant stone fence, but it didn't fit there. I liked the teapot feature pond, so I added 2 of them. Looking for anything else I want to add. Not seeing much, so I added some of the magnolia trees to match the ones by the teapot. Plus, more pink felt like it matched the theme. Checking if I like them overlapping. No, it's starting to feel too busy. Adding a few more in the back. And I kinda like the idea of adding a bunch of lights to create a glow and block off some of the background, that I didn't know what to do with anyway. So, filling in the back with a bunch of lampposts with red light. Getting a better angle. Can't really tell how I like them without them being on. Debating moving the petals over, but it feels too soon, as the center is still feeling too empty. Adding the heart by the sculptures. A few more roses to the foreground. Tweaking the lampposts. Adding some touch of magic so I can block Lady and the Tramp by the table, then hide the touch of magic once I pause them. Pushing Lady over and blocking her in. Grabbing Tramp and pulling him over. Waiting for Lady to finish her animation, since he's distracted watching her. Making his spot a little bigger, pushing him in and blocking it off. Getting into position. Trying one of the poses with the new geese. I like it, but I really wanted a nice close-up focusing on Lady and the Tramp, so I'm not sure. Trying the other pose. Changing the time of day to get the lights on. Trying to zoom in closer and hiding my character, who was blocking the statues and heart in the back. Pausing them so I can see what it looks like without the touch of magic. I like it, but it feels too empty. Zooming in more. But I do like the roses at the bottom of the screen, so I might need to move them closer to the table. Also, Lady and the Tramp are feeling a bit too far away from each other, so I want to scoot them over and up a bit. So, extending the touch of magic blockers. Waiting for them to move. They don't want to, so opening it up and pushing Lady up. And thankfully Tramp moved too, so blocking them in. Using selfie mode to pull Tramp a little closer. Making his area a little smaller. Dropping a dog dream bone I got from a quest. Trying to move it, but you can't. Trying to pick it up. Apparently that opens it. Didn't even know it was a chest. Picking where I want it before dropping another one. Adding some more magnolia trees to the foreground, hoping to get the branches at the top of the shot. Trees are too tall, getting rid of them. Trying the columns instead. I like them, but I miss the roses at the bottom, so adjusting them closer. Tweaking the columns to line up better. Checking how that's looking. Better, but it's still too empty, and I want to twist the column on the left so more roses are showing. So, twisting the column, and debating what to add. Trying the golden bone, though I'm not sure where to put it. Trying it there. Scattering in some petals. Trying to vary the placement and not clump them together too much. Adding in some magnolia bloom piles, though there's not a lot of spots where they fit in. Bringing over the petals and hearts. And scattering in some lantern trees to see if I like them mixed in back there. Checking how that's looking. I like the added petals, but I don't like the lantern trees, or the gap in the sky showing at the top of the screen. So, cleaning up the lantern trees, and adding more lights in the back, to see if that helps. Trying more rose vases. Not seeable. Cleaning them up, and looking for something else to add. Trying the seaside royal bath plant by the columns. Checking how that's looking. No, I don't like them there. And it's feeling a bit too dark, so I want to add some more light. Getting rid of the planters, and grabbing the icy mountain river to add the chandelier of the deep to. Scooting the effects to get it centered. Adding the chandelier. Scooting the effects a bit more so I can add another. Considered some candles, but they didn't feel right. Trying to figure out what to add. Remembered I had brought some pink pillows and lanterns to add. Trying the pillows. No, they don't feel right. Trying the lanterns. Checking how I like them. Not feeling them. Getting rid of them and the floating lanterns, since they're not seeable anyway. Trying the marble fountain. Maybe? Adding a few more trees. Checking how that's looking. I don't mind the fountains, but Lady and the Tramp do not want to look towards the camera, so I want to try putting my character in the front instead. Getting into position. And I like Tramp's expression when he's reacting to Lady's animation, so pausing him. Trying Lady there. I wish Tramp was looking more towards the camera, so unhiding the touch magic and unpausing his placement. Too far. Waiting and hoping he turns. He does not want to. Unpausing his pose in case that was stopping him from turning. And apparently we only need one decor tag, and I forgot it. Glad I checked that before I got the perfect shot. Grabbing a display pillar and trying to figure out where to put it. And just sticking it in the back. Making sure the pillar counts. It does. Waiting for Lady to do her animation, so I can pause Tramp's reaction to it. Pausing him, waiting for her to stop, so I can try to get him to turn toward the camera. Too far. Trying again. That's better. Now to wait for her to do something interesting. Debating if I like that, which I do, but I kinda want her looking at the screen too. She looks like she really wants that spaghetti. And I like that, but decided I wanted to try and get a closer shot. So, cleaning up the bone, so I can scoot the columns. Adjusting things to fit better. Checking if that's better. Need to move the columns a little more. Adjusting the touch of magic blockers so I can scoot the columns. Checking how that looks. That feels too close now. More adjusting. Adding more heart and petal effects. And more hearts. Trying to figure out where to put them. Checking how that looks. That's feeling better. Now to just sketch some good effects. I like that. If you're curious, this snap took about 2 hours to do. Thank you for watching the video. Please like it if you found it at all helpful, and subscribe if you want to see more like this.